And now it's time for the fabulous Price is Right pricing game recap for day 2 of Dream Car Week. Hi everybody, it's Martin S51989 here. I'm doing this recap today because one of the games that was in my lineup was played. And you won't believe what it was played for. And also, before I start, I just want to let you know, today's episode was also the first of 3 episodes where our good YouTube friend Neil Rocks87 was present in the studio audience because the show was taped earlier this summer. I'm sure Neil had a great time at that show. So you'll get mentioned quite a bit in this recap. But anyway, here we go. The pricing games that were played on today's episode were Half Off, Pushover, Card Game, Now or Then, Bargain Game, and Any Number. First contestant was Jamie, who had a perfect bid on her contestant's row item. I won't say what it is. So she got a $500 bonus there. She played Half Off for a chance to win up to $10,000 in cash. In her first attempt of eliminating the boxes, the first 2 small prizes were a cleaner and a convection oven. She believed that the convection oven was a half-off price of $75 and not the cleaner at $44. And guess what? Yeah, it was the convection oven. The actual retail price was $150. 8 boxes were removed there. In her next attempt to eliminate 4 more boxes, they had this infusion bottle, or is it infuser, as I call it, and some food processor blender-like item. She believed that the half-off price was the bottle priced at $13 and not the food processor at $50. And yes, she was correct again. The bottle was $26. There's 4 more boxes removed. Now, if she got this next item right for the last 2 small prizes, she would get an additional $1,000 bonus. So for the last attempt to eliminate the 2 more boxes, and thus be left with 2 left, she had the last 2 small prizes were an iron and a can opener. She believed the half-off price was the iron priced at $32 and not the can opener at $45. No, the iron was $32. The can opener was $90, so no $1,000 bonus there. But still, she still had to choose. But it was good. She still had to choose between 4 boxes, and she went with box number 11. In which Ravishing Rachel, Neil's favorite model, picked up the box and delivered it to her. And then, when Jamie lifted up the box to see what it contained, the box contained, oh boy, it contained the $10,000! What a start! And with that, Half Off is 2-0 this season. Incredible! Okay, Quante was the next contestant. He played Pushover for a chance to win a new Sea-Doo Spark as modeled by the magnificent Matthew Atkinson of The Young and the Restless. Just so you know, Matthew and Hunter King were our guest models for today's episode. They joined Rachel. Starting price was $9,025. He pushed a total of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, a total of, I think 3 times at least, and stopped at the price of $7,619. And when Drew revealed the actual retail price of the item, it turned out that it was $7,619! He too is a winner! Great job! Okay, and now here is the dream car game. Jackie, no, not Jackie Avancho, besides, that classical singer's still too young to be on The Price is Right. This Jackie, on the other hand, she played the card game for a chance to win, get this, a new Range Rover Sport SE as modeled by Ravishing Rachel. She drove it to the area to play the game. Now, as for which card she drew for the range, well, wow, and believe it, guess what it was? The range card she drew was a $5,000 range card, so she had to be within $5,000 of the actual retail price without going over. Now the starting price for this, because this was a luxury car, they started it at $60,000 instead of $15,000 because $15,000. Thus 60, which 60 is 4 times the starting bid of what it would usually be. Okay, for her first card she drew a 9 of diamonds, 60,900. Then she drew a king of clubs, making it 61,900. Then she drew a 3 of diamonds, making it 62,200. Then she drew a jack of spades, it's 63,200. Then she drew an 8 of spades, which would be $64,000 even. Then she drew a 10 of spades, 65,000, so she decided to keep going. Then she drew a jack of hearts, 66,000. Then she kept going again, 10 of diamonds, 67,000. Then she drew a 2 of spades, 67,200. She kept going again, a 7 of clubs, 67,900. And 8 of hearts, 68,700. And 8 of clubs, or it was either an 8 of clubs or diamonds. It was one of the other two, but it wasn't 8, making it 6. Let's see. 60. Okay, making it an even 70,000. I may have been off. And then she finally drew a 4 clubs, making the price 70,400, and she decided to stop there. So the range had to be within 70,400 and 75,400 in order for her to win it. And when the actual retail price of the Range Rover Sport was revealed, it turned out it was... oh no... $66,225. She was over. She drew way too many cards. That was disappointing. Oh, well. All right. Anthony was our next contestant. He played now or then for a chance to win a trip to Costa Rica, which during the show... which was displayed at door number 4, aka the big screen in the audience, which for those who saw it on television, this was where we saw Neil make a brief cameo appearance, sitting near the back. That pretty much, if you want to see this on CBS.com again when it's up later on, for those who didn't, you can. But anyway... Yay, the trip to Costa Rica was valued at $7,399. In his first attempt of picking a grocery, and the then prices were from September of 2000. In his first attempt of picking, he went with the Allegra algae supplement priced at $18.70. He believed it was the now price. And yes, it was the now price. Then he went with the evaporated milk from Carnation, priced at $1.69. He believed that was a now price. And yes, it was now. So either the Bruce's Yams or the Gold Bond would win it for him if he got the next one right. For the win, he decided to go with the Bruce's Yams, priced at $179. He believed that was pardon me. Sorry. Anyways, as I was saying, he believed the Bruce's Yams was a then price. And when Drew revealed it, it turned out that the price was... it was a den price! He played the game perfectly! Great! So he wins that trip! Great job. And as for the others, as for the gold bond, the gold bond was priced at $6.29. The Mott's applesauce was priced at $2.99, and the wheat nut snack was priced at $2.39. Just for completeness, but we don't need to know whether those were now prices or then prices because they weren't picked. Okay, but hey, great job. All right. Carla was the next contestant. She played the bargain game for a chance to win these two prizes, which were a new computer and a gas grill. The computer was modeled by Ravishing Rachel, and the grill was modeled by Magnificent Matthew. She believed that the grill was the bigger bargain and not the computer for Carla. Let's see it. First for the computer. Bargain price $1,620. Actual retail price $2,020. Difference of $400. I think it was looking good there. So for the gas grill, priced at bargain price $2,248. Actual retail price $3,248, difference of $1,000. She's a winner. So she gets both prizes, a total of $5,268 in prizes altogether. Great job. All right, finally, Morgan. Her price tag also listed another word after it, but we'll just simply call her Morgan for this one. Morgan, who was in Contestants Row for pretty much the entire show. Well, this is for the second day in a row. The one that was in Contestants Row was the last of the first four, was the last to get out. And Morgan played any number for a chance to win these free prizes, which were an iPod and headphone set modeled by Rachel, a new Hyundai Accent GLS, or money in the piggy bank. First number and the price of the Hyundai was a 1. In her first guess of what the number was next, she went with 5. 5 was the last number in the car. Then she went with 8. That was first number in the piggy bank. Then she went with 7, and that was the second number in the car. So it was a $17,000 something 5, as Drew said during the game. Okay, moving on. Then for her next guess, she went with 3, and that was the third number in the car. Then for her next guess, she went with 9. That was the last number in the iPod. Then she went with 2, and 2 turned out to be... the fourth number in the car! She's a winner! $17,325 was the actual retail price of the Hyundai. By the way, the iPod's price was $649, and the piggy bank had a total of $8.10 altogether. So, great job. And now on to the acknowledgement section. Boy, card game is really having tough luck. It's 0-2. And this is the first time since it returned from its refurbishment that the card game has suffered consecutive losses. It didn't have any last season when it premiered because card game was 4-1 last season. Overall, since its refurb, the game is 4-3. Free overall. But tough. So that playing of half of card game was bad for Jackie. Well, As for half off, going 2-0 already? You don't really see that game get consecutive wins much. Oh, and also, by the way, as for the card game, the $5,000 range card, not only was this the first time it was ever drawn in the Drew Carey era, but it was also the first time since April of 2007 that the game was drawn in just a game altogether, dating back to the Bob Barker era of the show. Oh, as that would be, because that last draw was 2 months before he Bob retired. But, hey, anyways, so everybody except Jackie gets MVP, so there's no contestant recognition contestants today. Also, we gave away a total of $10,500 in cash. Cash, all won by Jamie and for her perfect bid in Contestants Row and her win in half off. So, the MVPs of The Price is Right are Jamie, Quanti, Anthony, Carla, and Morgan for their pricing game wins. In addition, Morgan had a really great day because not only did she win wait long enough to win that car, but she also won her showcase, which contained a trip to Newport Beach, a kitchen, and a trip to Japan, for which the latter trip was modeled by the Hot Hunter. She made $20,100 on her showcase. Actual retail price, $26,684, a difference of $6,584. Great job. Morgan won a grand total of $44,579 in cash. In prizes altogether. First, she didn't get any cash winnings though, so it's just in prizes only. So, great job. And before I continue, hang on for a second. Okay, there you go. Now it's time for my sponsor. Now, the reason why I'm making this my sponsor was because the actor that used to do these commercials back then sadly passed away earlier this month. That actor's name happens to be none other than the legendary Jeffrey Holder. And he was famous for doing the ads for this soda, so therefore this soft drink will be my sponsor. So this Price is Right pricing game recap was sponsored by crisp, clean, and refreshing 7-Up. Which no artificial ingredients and no caffeine. As Jeffrey says, never had it, said never had it, never will, simply marvelous. 7-Up, the Uncola. Don't you feel good about 7-Up? So, Neil, I know sadly you weren't called on down for today's episode, but there are still 2 more episodes where you were present that will still air. They could air. Being, Neil, as you stated, they would air pretty much Wednesday and either Thursday or Friday. Well, but anyways, I will be watching. As for which dream car will appear on tomorrow's show, well, you'll have to see what happens. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this recap, and remember, so, this is Martin S51989 reminding you to help control the pet population. Don't forget to have your pet spayed and neutered. Goodbye, everybody.